Downtown Kingston pulsed with heat and sweat, and Shani was in the middle of it again, body moving to the beat like she was born from it. But this time, Marlon was there too. Not watching from afar, he was right behind her, close enough for her to feel the warmth of his chest, steady against her back. She froze for a second, her waistline slowing. Normally, she'd push a man off, laugh, move away. But Marlon didn't grab or grind. He just matched her rhythm, hands hovering like he was asking permission instead of taking it. Shani tilted her head back, catching his eyes in the dim light. Something flickered their heat, patience, a hunger wrapped in control. Her breath caught.
You sure you can keep up?
She teased, voice husky from the music. His lips curved.
Try me.
And so she moved slow, rolling, testing him. He stayed with her, every step, every sway. Never rushing, never demanding. The crowd screamed. The selectors hyped the tune. But for Shani, the world narrowed down to the man holding her without holding her, touching her without touching. When the song switched to a lover's rock rhythm, the energy shifted. Softer, deeper. Marlon finally rested his hand against her waist, firm but gentle, and she didn't pull away. Instead, she melted into him, her back against his chest, her body suddenly betraying how much she wanted this. His breath brushed her ear.
See it there, quiet.
Her pulse thundered. She wanted to deny it, but he was right. In the middle of the wild chaos, she was still, safe, seen. The dance roared around them, but Shani barely heard it. She turned, face inches from his. The music swelled, her heart raced, and before she could stop herself, she kissed him. It wasn't like her usual reckless kisses, fast and careless. This one was slow, burning, the kind that tasted like danger and promise all at once. When she finally pulled back, breathless, Marlon's hand cupped her cheek, eyes steady.
I tell you already, dangerous can be sweet.
And for the first time in her wild life, Shani didn't feel like running. Weeks slipped by, and Shani noticed something strange. Her nights weren't the same. The dances still called, the streets still pulsed, but her wild hunger for them was fading. Because more and more, her mind wandered to Marlon. Sometimes they'd sit by the waterfront, legs dangling over the edge, talking about their childhood and past experiences. Other days, they'd walk through Parade to shop, then have lunch together at KFC and Burger King. And in the nights, they are glued to their phones, talking to each other for hours until they fall asleep. It wasn't that she stopped being reckless overnight. Her spirit was still fire. But with Marlon, the fire didn't have to burn her out. He made space for her laughter, her stubbornness, her edge. He saw her chaos and never flinched. One evening, after a long walk, he brought her to his small yard on the edge of downtown. The zinc fence rattled in the breeze, and the scent of mangoes lingered in the air. Shani leaned against the doorway, teasing.
So, this is the famous hideout?
He smiled.
Hideout? No, this is home. You're welcome here, Shani.
Her chest tightened. Home. It wasn't a word she was used to. Inside they sat close. The hum of crickets outside. The world quiet for once. His hand found hers, fingers interlocking like it was the most natural thing.
Shani,
he said softly.
You don't have to live to please the knights. You deserve more than the crowd and the noise.
She studied him, her throat thick.
And if I don't know how to want more?
He leaned in, brushing his lips against her forehead. Then her cheek, slow and reverent.
Then I'll teach you.
Her body melted against his, not in the reckless way she used to crave, but in a deeper surrender, one that scared her and soothed her all at once. His kisses trailed like a promise, each one steady, unhurried, filled with care. But surprisingly, Marlon stopped and cuddled with her until they both fall asleep. Marlon held her as if she was precious, Not just beautiful. He didn't crave her body like the rest. He craved her. The following morning, Shani woke in the same position they slept. She woke Marlon and told him she was ready to leave, but he begged her to stay for breakfast instead. Shani has never experienced this feeling before. And in that small downtown yard, Shani realized the wild girl who lived only for the night had finally found something worth slowing down for. Not just a man, not just a lover, but peace. They started a beautiful relationship from that morning. Shani lived a better life after that. She felt like a new person. A year later, Marlon asked Shani to marry him. They got married months after, and Shani never went to another party. And she never regretted her decision. This is the end of the story, but don't worry. Subscribe for more amazing videos. Thanks for watching.